Hello everyone and welcome back again. So today is day 4 of 30 days, 30 videos. Today I'm going to be doing some potatoes. It's far too hot in the polytunnel to be doing anything in here. It's currently 33 degrees in the shade down there. So we're going to do the video that I've been trying to do for weeks now, and that is going to be a compost trial. We've got a nice selection, different bags of compost, a good load of seed potatoes ready to go. We're going to put them all in the same size buckets and see how each one performs with individual different composts in each one. So we've got a selection of 7 store-bought composts. I will pop the prices up of these on the screen as we go through them, because it's been that long since I bought them all, I cannot remember, but I do have pictures from when I bought them, so I'll pop them up on the screen as and when we go. So we've got 7 store-bought composts. They were all under £10. We're also going to be doing one of my own homemade compost with a mixture of 2-year-old leaf mould and my own compost. I was going to sift a little bit of each bag just to see how much crap's in them, but because they've been out in the wet, I'm not going to bother doing that. They are all going to be going in these 30-litre buckets. Picked these up on Amazon. Got 10 for, I think it was £38. So everyone is going in a brand new bucket, and everyone will be getting the exact same feeds added to them. We're going to give some farmyard manure, some fish blood and bone, and some potato fertiliser. We're just going to measure them out using this little scoop and give them all 1 scoop each. We'll spread the farmyard manure between all 8 pots. The potatoes we're going to be using are King Edwards. I've split these up into 2s, so each one is roughly the same size. I've tried to pick out all 2 potatoes of the same size and quality, just to make it as fair as possible. So we'll start off by just splitting this farmyard manure between all 8 of these pots. This is Clover farmyard manure. I'm not 100% sure how much these bags cost, because I do buy them in bulk. Just going to pop some gloves on to mix this up. I'll just try and get it so there's an even amount in each pot. Right, so as you can see there, a couple inches. Right, so now that we've got all of them filled up with the manure, I think what we'll do is just work our way through the bags this way, doing one at a time, and have a look at quality of the compost in each one and add the fertilisers as we go. I know this is going to be quite a long video, so I do really appreciate everyone staying and watching. So first one we're going to go for is Erin multi-purpose compost. You can pick this up most garden centres across the country. It's quite a well-known brand. I've used it in the past and I've had quite good results with it, to be fair. A lot of bits in it, bigger bits that aren't broken down, but that doesn't matter so much with potatoes. Looks like a piece of chalk or something. Oh no, piece of wood. But a lot of sticks and twigs in this stuff. That is mainly why I stopped using it. But I'll half fill the tub. It's a plastic. And just add 1 scoop of potato fertiliser and 1 scoop fish blood and bone. That mix. I'm going to be putting 2 seed potatoes in each bucket. These are a main crop variety, and we do prefer larger potatoes, so by putting less seed in the bucket you should get larger potatoes. I'll just top this up all the way up to the top. Getting further through this bag, there's a lot of bits in here, a lot. I'll just put 1 handful like that. We'll do that of each bag. That is out of 1 handful. You know, it's all unbroken down wood chips. And even a few stones in there. On there. That was just out of 1 handful. All them bits. So the Erin multi-purpose compost, like I say, I have used it a lot in the past and I have had great results, but I do sieve it and you do end up with a lot of debris left over afterwards. But that's a 70 litre bag and I think they're £5.99 per bag. Put that over here. Here's what I'll do is if there's enough left of each bag, I will do something else with them. Maybe put a pepper plant in each one or something like that. Camera's over there. Any suggestions, let me know in the comments. But I don't think there'll be enough of this one, but I'm sure this was only £3.99 a bag. So I could go and get another bag of this if we need to. But this is only a 40 litre bag. So this is the Growmoor Traditional Grow Plus Seaweed. Includes natural seaweed and improved water retention. Looks like decent stuff. No smell to it. It looks very fibrous and like it's got a bit of perlite added into it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of added perlite in it. Or is that the feed? Could be calcified seaweed actually. Right, so half fill that again. Scoop of each. And again, 2 seed potatoes, just in line with the handles. So these are they're going about there. Top this up. Do another handful, roughly about the same. It's like it's got coir mixed in with it. There's a lot of fibres in it. And quite a lot left over in the sieve after just one handful. Just fill that up. Bucket number 2 done. So if any of you guys have used any of these composts before, had any good luck with them or any bad luck with them, let me know in the comments. I'm sure everyone else in the comments would appreciate any advice on that as well. Next one is Westland's New Horizon all vegetable compost. Now I haven't used New Horizon before, and just by the feel of this, it feels like it's going to be soaking wet. And messy stuff. Yeah, it's black. That is absolutely soaking, and it stinks. So, New Horizon all vegetable compost gives every vegetable triple the goodness. Naturally peat-free and organic, and soaking wet. I'm glad that I put gloves on for this. This is what I was worried about with sieving. It's far too wet. and this was like this when I bought it. Struggled lifting the bag up on the counter in the shop. Jesus, I don't think any of that's going to go through the sieve. Right, again, 2 potatoes in line with the handles. Jesus. It's almost a whole bag that's gone into that. That's how dense it's gone. But just how wet it is. Size bags, 50 litres. We've almost got it all into a 30 litre container. Great start. Ooh. Right. I just seen something then. Just seen a piece of glass. No, I can't find the bloody thing. Okay, I might not have. Just remember when I'm harvesting this one, there could be glass in there. We'll try a handful through the sieve. To be fair, there's not... Yes, it's stuck together because it's wet. But if it was dry, I don't think there'd be much lumps in it. So a few lumps there, but they do squash down. So surprisingly, wasn't much lumps in that one. But you can definitely see colour difference in them. Will it affect the yield? That's why we're doing this test, so we can find out. So next up is another Westland New Horizon one, but this one is an organic all plant compost, 100% sustainably sourced, helping all plants in nature thrive. Let's see about that. Again, this stuff's soaking wet and black. There's a lot more woody material in this. You can see it's a lot more fibrous. There's a lot more grit in it. And it also looks like it's got some feed pellets in it, slow release feed pellets in it. Don't know if they're organic. I'm not liking the look of this one. I think if you were to sieve this, you'd end up with more wood chips and bark than anything else. And if you haven't already, guys, please do consider subscribing. Really helps out the channel. We're creeping closer to that 1,700 every day now. And I have had some amazing response on the first video that I put out about this 30-day challenge, and some brilliant suggestions for some videos, which I will be doing as many of those as I can. There's 2 or 3 that really stand out, and we will definitely be doing, or at least trying to do them. But with this video being such a long one, I'm not going to have the time to put as much editing into this one. So it will be just pause and record, and you're getting it as it is, I'm afraid. But all the other videos will be back to normal, don't worry about that. So we'll try a handful of this through the sieve there. Don't think any of it's going through. So, as you can see there, that's all sticks. What looks like hay or grass or straw, and loads of bits of wood in that. But we'll see how it does. It's definitely not one that I would buy myself, but we'll see how it does, see how it performs, and it might be the one for you. Or the microphone's not plugged in or switched on. That's the worst one. Right, so next one is a happy compost, vegetable compost for healthier and more productive fruit and vegetables. 100% peat free, full of natural goodness, 100% organic growing medium. This is a 50-litre bag. Both those Horizons were also 50-litre bags. Again, this stuff is very, very dark and full of all sorts, but there's a worm in this one. It's the first one that I've seen a worm in. No smell to it. It looks a lot better than the new Horizon, but there's a lot of hard clumps in it, but they do break up. It's getting hot now. Can't get over the weather we're having last few weeks. You know, we had really good run of good weather, then a few days of rain, and now it looks like we're in for another good run. over the next few days. So it's really important that we keep those polytunnel doors open and get some sort of ventilation going on in there. I do have a big extractor fan that I'm planning on putting in the polytunnel just to get some airflow moving around in there and get rid of some of the hotter air and bring some cooler air in. That will be another video in itself. It doesn't look too bad, this compost, to be honest with you. It's got a few bits in it, but it's to be expected. And once these lumps are broken up, cardboard or something. Yeah, I think it's not so much. There's still quite a few bits in that one, but nowhere near as much as the other ones, so that's quite good. I think that was probably one of the cheapest ones. But whether or not it'll perform, something else. So next up we'll do Jack's Magic. This is, I think, one of the favourites for a lot of growers out there. It's not really something that I use much, mainly because I don't really get it much around here, and if they do have it in stock, it's always right at the back of the garden centre and you've got to carry it all the way through the shop, which I don't like doing. I'd rather get the ones by the front door where I can put them straight in the van. But this stuff is very fibrous again and quite dark. There's a lot of bits in it. Quite very woody material. The problem is these companies, they're not letting the materials break down long enough. They're just getting it as hot as they can, flipping it, getting it as hot as they can again, and then bagging it up and selling it. You know, it needs that time to break down. But potatoes, they'll help it all along the way. And we'll be able to reuse all this stuff again next year. You know, a lot of these composts, I don't think any of the ones, apart from the Erin, that we've used so far, are any composts that I would personally buy. But I'm doing this test, so maybe these are the ones that are in the shops near you and you don't know if it's any good. So by doing these tests, just find out which is what works and what doesn't. You know, it's potatoes is a good one to test with. You can give them all the same amount of thing. You don't have to be pruning them or cutting them back. And you can see the results in one go when you empty the tub. You know, if it's on say a tomato plant or something, if you're picking regularly throughout the season, you're not really going to notice the difference in yield unless you keep records of everything, and that just sounds like a lot of hard work. So at least with these we'll be able to empty every pot out all in one go and see the difference that way. So Jack's Magic, it's a natural blend, rich in seaweed, full of natural nutrition. Yeah, wood chips. Fucking hell. Excuse my language there. But out of one small handful, I've still got a full handful of wood chips left over from that. So Jack's Magic, done. And like I say, there is going to be enough left in all of these bags to maybe do another trial with something else. If there's anything you'd like to see me plant in them and see how they perform in them, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to do that video for you. So next up is the Don of all composts. Definitely my personal favourite, apart from homemade of course. And this is one of the preferred choices of the majority of growers, especially this year. I've noticed a lot more people using it this year. Last year I couldn't get hold of any, this year I bought quite a lot. But this is Clover, multi-purpose, and as you can see, if I run this through a sieve now, there won't be anything left in that sieve. So this is 100% Irish moss peat. All the others are no peat moss, so it'll be interesting to see the difference here. But I already know that this compost is going to outperform all the others. At least I hope it is, now that I've said that. There are multiple ranges of the Clover. You've got the Clover Professional. I was going to do another tub in the Clover Professional just to see the difference, but I think we'll stick to the one. I think 8 tubs is quite enough to be doing a trial on, and this video is already going to be more than long enough. Wasn't sure if I put seed potatoes in that last one then. So we'll just top this bucket right up. But as you can see, it's just really light, fluffy. Even though it's been out in the rain, it's not saturated like the others. Does tend to dry out on the surface quite a lot, but it holds moisture in the bottom. That's what the peat's in it for. So, big test. It really shouldn't be. That's what's left after sieving one handful of that, and they're just bits of what look like bark. So that one is the Clover, and my prediction is out of these, this is going to perform the best. But I could be wrong. But I am hoping that my own compost is better than them all. So we're going to do a bit of a blend of 2-year-old leaf mould and probably 12-month-old compost. And if you have a look, there's all sorts of crap in this as well. We've got a bit of plastic there, a few bits of perlite, and a couple of little bits of wood chips. But it's to be expected when you're making your own. When you're buying it, it's not what you want to be seeing. But when it's free, you're not going to complain about it. And the the leaf mould, as you can see, that's really well broken down now. And I think this is the last of what we got. I would like to add some worm castings into this, but I haven't got round to emptying the worm bin yet. That is something I will be doing over the next few days, and is what I might do is come back and chuck a couple of handfuls of worm castings on top of this. Let's get that good mix together. As you can see, that's some really nice stuff there. Almost looks as good as the Clover. So 2 seed potatoes again. This is the last one, guys. A bit of that. A little bit of that. And there. Oh. Sunflower, 1 carrot. Nope, potato. And of course, we will sieve a handful of my own compost just to see. Mainly stones and wood chips. So if you can, I'd always recommend using your own compost, but when you're planting 30-40 tubs of containers, you need to be making a lot of compost. I've already gone through a cubic metre and I'm halfway through the other one already, and we've still got lots to plant out. Right then, guys, so that is going to be it for me today. That is 8 different composts. Please do consider subscribing. Keep an eye out for an update on these halfway through the season, and then we'll be doing a final update on the harvest, and we'll harvest all 8 of these buckets at the same time and see what the difference is between each and every one. But for now, I'm not going to water them until I see signs of growth on top, and then once I see signs of growth, I'll give them a good soaking and keep them all in the same sort of area. Thinking about putting them all down there, all together, and we'll do another big harvest video on these in a few months' time. But I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone for watching, and if you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button and drop me a comment below. Bye for now. Yeah.